So I am in a hotel room because I feel like I need some me time. And that's something that I've learned in all of this journey of mine is that if I don't have time for myself, it's like this whole journey is for no reason. You know what I mean? It just when you make yourself too busy to really deal with things and kind of come to yourself and um, process what's really going on, or just I don't know, reconnect with yourself or reset. That's something that I was talking to my cousin about the other night. Just in general, like she was feeling like at her age, she's in her 50s, and she feels like she should be at a certain place in her life. And by now, she feels as if she's done all of the right steps, that she's been a good person. She's followed God and done everything supposedly the right way, and yet her life is not where it needs, where she feels like it should be. Looking for a job, the jobs that she has right now is not making her happy. She's she's been divorced for a little while. It wasn't her fault. I mean, it's like you look at her life and you're just like, man, you feel like, dude, God, what are you doing? And she's an awesome person. She's one of the nicest, sweetest people I've ever met. She will always see the good in anybody. And so, it's almost like you look at your life and you're like, wow, I can't say anything. Because I haven't always been the nicest person or best person. So why do we have these life journeys where we feel like we've done everything right, the right way, supposedly, and then your life ends up the total opposite. It ends up as if you did made all the wrong choices, basically. When you hit rock bottom, it's like, did I deserve this? What did I do? I felt like because I waited to have sex to when I got married, I was 30 years old, and it was like you were taught in church that God was going to bless your marriage. I felt like it was going to last forever. We were going to grow old together, and that was far from the truth. And while I believe obviously free will is at stake, I still felt as if God will still honor that in some way. I did everything that I could possibly do, that I thought was right to make my marriage work, and it just didn't. And at some point, it's like I was telling my cousin, if we look at these things, you'll be depressed for a very long time. I feel like that's why sometimes people end up committing suicide, is because obviously depression is a thing, but they might feel as if they can't get a win, where I've done all the right things. I thought I knew what I was supposed to do. I thought I'd follow the right script. I follow the Bible. I go to church. I do all of the right things, but nothing is right. Nothing's happening. You look at Job, you're like, well, at least he had a happy ending. His life was turned upside down, but everybody preaches it as if, okay, so he had all these terrible things happen, but look, God blessed him at the end. God restored him 10 times more than what he had before. But it's like, I haven't experienced this. My cousin hasn't experienced this yet. When do we experience these things? When do we get the Joe factor? When do we get that ending that he had? So it's like you have all these questions of that. It's just like these Bible stories or these lessons that you've been taught and raised on in church. It's like none of these things are coming true. And so, and while I was talking to her, it came to me that we have life's journeys, and for whatever people may believe or don't believe, I do believe that maybe there are past lives. I don't know, but I feel like we have cycles in our lives, and I believe that you get through one cycle, then you go through a next one. It's like you get to a reset. You hit the reset button. Somebody hits the reset button on your life, and you hit another journey, and you go to another journey, and you start all over in a sense. And I feel better thinking that way than I feel about I did everything I thought to do and nothing is coming out right. This is what I end up with: living at home with my parents, not at the job that I want to be, not at the successful career that I planned for my life for years. So I feel like if I stay in that mindset, that could cause a person to drink heavily, be depressed, to be down all the time. I feel like by saying to myself, okay, this is just a reset. I'm starting all over. Let me start anew, fresh. I get a new clean slate. I feel better about that because I feel like, you know what? Maybe I can make some changes. Maybe it'll turn out right this time. So I'm pressing the reset button in this new cycle of my life. I'm going to call it cycles. How many cycles do we have in our lifetime? I don't know. How many journeys? I don't know. I guess it's whatever our past lives told us, or it's already happened to us. But it's like I feel as if now I can kind of say, okay, I can breathe again. I can feel better about my life. I feel better about things, and I can kind of breathe a little easier. I'm gonna take this time to meditate, get closer to God. Just put some of all these anxieties and fears that I've had. Just put them away. Put them in a box, close it up, throw it away. Because there's nothing good that comes out of worrying. There's nothing good that comes out of fear. And I've talked about fear before, but worry is also a thing where it will affect your health. It's something that it's like it's in your mind. It's so strong that it affects your well-being, and your whole physical body is affected. So my my early New Year's resolution, which I hate those, but I write letters about things I'd like to see. And the funny thing is they always tend to happen. So I think I'm going to do that this year. I stopped doing it because I started being really depressed about my life when I was married. But I'm definitely going to do it again. And one of the things I definitely want to put on there is that I won't worry and be anxious. Philippians 4:4-7 talks about not being anxious and not to worry. But, through prayer and supplication, you give all of this stuff to God. And that's my plan. I'm just, wanting to put all those things aside and just think about today. Tomorrow we'll be here inevitably. So what's the point? It's going to come regardless. And there's nothing you can do about it. So that control factor, stop trying to be so controlling when it comes to my life. Go with the flow. That's hard to do. It's hard to do. But I got to go with the flow and take life one day at a time. And whatever happens, and just accept it in that moment. Be in the moment. Try not to think so far ahead into the future. And I think about the past a lot too. So I have to think about what can I do today to make today great. Tomorrow we'll worry about tomorrow. That's hard to do, but I'm going to try to do it. That's my goal, is not to worry about what's going to happen ahead of time, what's going to happen in the future, but what can I do about right now? And I feel like my life will be a lot happier if I do that. I think it'll be a lot happier, a lot smoother, a lot more calm, peaceful. So, and I'm just going to try to meditate more, get more quiet time to myself, because it just helps with my blood pressure. Too much noise, too much going on, too much on your mind, just gotta bring your body down and zen it out to become even kill. So I feel like I'm still ranting again. sometimes like you just got to get away and get some time to yourself, get away from the noise of it all. I had this week off from work, and I still have my kids, but I just had to take some time away because self-care is the best care. So I'm going to do my best to get myself energized and regroup and refocus and realign myself so that I can be the best mother that I can be, and the best daughter, because sometimes I could suck at it. But I feel like I'm good. I am a good daughter. I do the best I can too. But I'm stubborn. So Aquarius. We think we know everything. But God's working on me. And so I'll do the best I can. We'll see how this Thanksgiving works. I'm just thankful for my life. I'm thankful for the changes that have been made in the positive direction, that I haven't lost my mind, and that I am in all good health. So that's something to be thankful for. My kids are in good health. They're great. They're sweet. They're beautiful. My family, we're all in one piece, I guess, for now. Hopefully, God, please. But for today and this week, I'm thankful for where I'm at right now. And that's all I can say. So, till later. My Uber Eats is on this way. And we'll talk next time. Peace.